What is lead nurturing? Will it increase my sales? Hi, I am Saravanan and I am the founder and CEO at Solid Performance CRM. In this video, I'll be showing you exactly what is lead nurturing process and how it will help you to increase your sales even if you are a small, medium or large enterprises. Now before going to the video, make sure to subscribe and follow our channel for all future updates regarding sales, automation and CRM services. At any given point in time, if you see, only 2% of the market is actually looking out for your product or service. Now these 2% of the people are the one whom everyone is targeting or concentrating on. For example, if you are getting 100 enquiries over a period of 1 month, now out of these 100 enquiries, maybe 2 to 3 people are really looking out for the product or service very immediately. Now rest, maybe you can take 10% of them, they are not looking out for the product or service very immediately, but they'll be taking it maybe after 15 or 20 days, or they are in need of your product or service but not very urgently. Now if you take the rest 85% of the people, out of the rest 85% of the people, only 40% of the people, they know about your product or service, they know this will really help them, but they might not be looking to take your service right now immediately, and that too especially from you. They are still thinking basically. And if you take the last 40%, 45% of the category, they are really not aware of your product or service. Let me give you an example to make you understand in a much better way. Let's take an example of real estate. If you take the same scenario of 100 people at a time, now maybe 1 or 2 people will be urgently looking out for a house, they want to shift it within a week or something like that, right? So that is the top category people and everyone is concentrating on them, very high potential leads, but the competition is really high. Now if you take the next level, rest maybe like 10 to 15 people might be looking out for a house, but they might not be willing to shift immediately for some reason. But they are really looking out for, but they want to make sure that they are shifting to a new house in maybe another 2 or 3 months. Now if you take the third category, like the 40% whatever I told, they are not looking out for a house very urgently, but they will be buying a house in case if it matches their exact requirement. They don't have a timeline, they might take 6 months or 1 year or even 2 years also, but if the right house comes in, they might buy. Last 40% they might not even thinking about buying a house. So this is, but still they'll make an inquiry when when they see your ad or something, they'll still make an inquiry. Now why am I telling this? This is really important when you are performing lead nurturing. So what is basically lead nurturing is, you are going to bring that third category of 40% of the leads to a highly potential prospect, so that you can be able to convert them easily to your clients. So imagine, instead of competing for only the top 2% or top 10%, you have that additional 40% of the people. Out of that 40%, you are nurturing them on a regular basis by sharing like related information about your product or service, and once they are ready, then they will be buying your product or service. And when they are ready, even you take out of this 40%, if you take 10%, it is a very high volume. It is not a normal volume what you are generally thinking, because on top 10% everyone is targeting them, and this next 40% only very less competition will be there. And since they are already seeing your mails on a regular basis, they are already interacting with you or your team on a regular basis, the probability of them buying a product or service from you is very high when compared with them going and checking out for your competitors when they are planning to purchase. That is also really important in the lead nurturing process. So what do we do in this lead nurturing process? You will be sending them a sequence of mails or SMS or WhatsApp communication to make your lead understand the importance of your product or service, or the advantages, benefits, values of your product or service. Now what will happen is, when they are making an inquiry in the beginning, they might not know about your product or service to the core. They might know, or they might be thinking that, yeah, I want this, or I might want this, or my friend told I might need to make an inquiry, right? But what happens is when you are going to share them these benefits or values over a period of time, like maybe 1 month or 2 months with stipulated time gap, maybe like once in 2 to 3 days you will be sending them a mail, and they'll go through your mail to understand, okay, what is this and what are you trying to share and all those things. So they will be getting a clear idea of your product or service, and when it is the right time, like you might be sending 10 emails. Out of the 10 email, the prospect might think that one email is really important, like the value or the benefit what you told in one particular mail is really important, and they might get in touch with you immediately, and you don't know which one is that. So you have to make sure that you are setting up this entire sequence and you are going to send them on a regular basis, so that they will be aware of your product, and once it is the right time, they will make an inquiry to you, which is basically you are generating a highly potential lead. It is not like a raw lead who don't even know your product, they are coming and making an inquiry. That is again a very important advantage in lead nurturing process. Now I told what is lead nurturing process. I hope you will be having a complete idea of what is lead nurturing now. Like you are going to concentrate on the third segment, which is basically the 40% of the people who are not looking out for a product or service immediately, but they will be subscribing to your product or service at the right time. So you're going to nurture them on a regular basis in order to make sure that they are subscribing for your product or service. In order to do this, do you think it is really possible for you to send them a mail with 4 or 5 days gap on a regular basis? This is highly not possible. So there are multiple tools available, and I highly recommend you to try out Solid Performers CRM, where you can easily do this entire thing on an automated basis. You can be able to send them a custom mail. For example, a person named Sam is making an inquiry. You can send all mails, especially pointing to Mr. Sam, and this you can be able to set up in the automation. So what happens is whenever Sam receives a mail, the mail will be directly pointed to Sam. Hey Sam, how are you doing? I hope this content will be useful. Now since it is too personal, he will really read the mail and he will go through the mail, and he might be interested in your mail content and he might get back to you. Now you have to have a sequence of mails, like you have to set up a 10 or 15 mails at one point in time, and once this is done, then that's it. The system will take care automatically, and there is no need for you to do any manual process on your own. That is the advantage of sales automation, or that is the primary advantage of automated lead nurturing. Now in the description below, I have also shared a video link to how to set up automation for lead nurturing in a much better way. You can go through it and it will be really helpful for you. And I have also shared the trial link to Solid Performers CRM, where you can set up the trial account and see how you can set up the lead nurturing in an effective way. I hope this video really helps you in understanding lead nurturing in a better way. See you in the next video. Bye.